to show you how to play Burn by Ellie Goulding. If you want the letter notes for that, you can go to LetterNotePlayer.com. I've got them there for you. Let's start with the chord progression. You've got a B flat minor chord, B flat, D flat, F. And then we're going to a G flat chord, G flat, B flat, D flat. Then we're going to a D flat chord. I'm going to put the A flat down here, so the D flat in the middle, A flat, D flat, F. And we'll end with an A flat chord, A flat, C, E flat. So A flat, C, E flat. Now if you want to, you can play open fifths. Just B flat and F, G flat and D flat. Then you could either play the D flat and the F or the A flat and the F. I prefer the A flat and the F. And then A flat and E flat. If you want to, that's an option, and sometimes it sounds better. Most of the time it's easier for me, and it fills in the chord to play the whole chord. So you've got the B flat minor, G flat, D flat, all the way through the piece. And you don't have to keep that pulse going, because it gets tough to keep that pulse going with everything you've got going in the right hand. And then what you need to know on the melody, you're working off of mostly an E flat, D flat, and F. So it's mostly there, but you don't have any notes. The only white notes you have in everything that you're playing, both left hand and right hand, are F and C. Those are the only white notes you're going to play. See down here you've got F, a white note, all black, F, a white note, and C, a white note, even in the left hand. So in the melody, you're going to... So it's D flat, C, B flat, C, A flat, C, C. Everything's going to be black notes, and if you have a white note, it's going to be an F or a C. Now let's start that opening intro. D flat, C, B flat, B flat, C, A flat, A flat, A flat, C, C, B flat, C, D flat, D flat, D flat, C, B flat, B flat, B flat, C, A flat, A flat, A flat, C, C, B flat, C, F, and then the melody starts, F, then an E flat, so so E flat, E flat, E flat, D flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D, 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 E flat, D flat, F, D flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, D flat. So it's going to stay right there through that whole melody. Same with E flat, F, D flat. Till you get to, then you're going to go B flat, C, D flat. And then you're going to come out of that with that fire, E flat, E flat, F, E flat. You're going to go D flat, D flat, A flat. And then the chorus. So it's all of these notes, and I'll slow that down. E flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, four of them. D flat, D flat, E flat, E flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, B flat, D flat, D flat, E flat, E flat. Now let's put it together, and I'll go slowly so that you can see it. Even slower. Up to tempo, that intro will sound like this. I'll slow it down if I can. this song is a song that moves rather rapidly, and it's hard to slow it down and keep the continuity. So if I go too fast on this song, just know that there's on the settings button there on the YouTube, you can punch that settings button and slow it down, put the 0.5, and it'll slow the whole thing down to half speed. It'll keep everything, the tones will be right. My voice will sound weird, but I would recommend that you go ahead and push that settings button and slow it down, because if I slow it down too much, it kind of loses the flow. Now once you get to that pre-chorus, what I'm calling the pre-chorus is, and I'll try to go slowly, but here we go. Again. So at the end of that they go D flat F down to A flat, and then we're into the chorus. And what I'm calling the chorus is just that stays intact all the way through. So here we go. Right there she goes down to a B flat. And the chords just change just right through it. The same chords. Okay. And then right after that chorus you go right into the second verse. Now the second verse there are some changes. So that's D flat, E flat, D flat, F. And when she sings no, it's a D flat right there. And that's just all E flats to the D flat. And then the right. So you've got that's just an E flat, D flat again. Now here the melody takes a turn. She goes D flat, E flat, D flat, F, A flat, D flat, B flat, D flat, and then it just stays on the E flats. So there's a lot of words in there, but it's just an E flat. There's a slight lengthening of that note in the middle, and then we're into the rest of the verse where they go. That verse I might as well show you. She goes A flat, D flat, D flat, A flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, A flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, A flat, D flat, E flat. And then we're into a chorus repeat. So let's go through the second verse, and I'll try to take it slowly if I can. Hold the first chord. And the next chord comes on this A flat. Same with that one. So each time you hit the A flat, that's when you hit the chord. Da 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 da. So that's the way you can synchronize it, and it'll work for you. Then we're into a chorus reprise. And we're going to play the pre-chorus, we're going to play the chorus, and then we're going to play the pre-chorus again. So it goes through the chorus, pre-chorus, just the way I've already played it for you. I'll play it once so that you can hear it up to tempo. go back to the pre-chorus, and it plays the same way until you get to the end there, and then we're going into a pre-bridge setup. We're going to let it burn, 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 burn. And what you're going to do there is D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, and then at the end just play a D flat chord. So that pre-bridge ending of the pre-chorus will be. There's a pause there, then you go right back to it. And we're ready for the bridge. Now let's get into that so that you can feel it coming out. And then the bridge is. So it's E flat, F, 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 A flat, D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat. Actually, it goes right into that E flat, but you do it 4 times there. Do it 4 times with the regular chords. In the first chord you go da 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 dee, da 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 dee, da 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 dee. So I'll slow it down now and you can see it. What she does is she does a very simple chord through the first 2 things, and then she goes kind of back into that. Now I don't keep that pulse going because I got so much going in the right hand that it mixes my hands up, so I'll keep it simple, but the first time we'll do. It goes right back into the pre-chorus. There's a pause at the end of the pre-chorus, and that pause and then picks right up to the chorus. So at that end of that pre-chorus you've got and there's a pause, and then it comes back into the chorus. Plays through the chorus, and then it goes right back into the pre-chorus again. And it's going to come out of that into the tag ending. Well, let me show you the tag ending first. The tag ending, we're going to go. And then when you go to this G flat chord, going to hit a D flat up here, D flat, C, B flat, and then you're going to hit this arpeggio, D flat, F, A flat, D flat, and then the ending will be C, E flat, A flat, B flat, C. So it'll sound like this. Putting the hands together will have. And it'll just fade, and the last thing you'll let off is that C, so we'll, like that. There you have it, Burn by Ellie Goulding. I hope you enjoy it.